Welcome to the next video. So today we're looking at the Sheglam, and this is their Skin Magnet High Coverage Foundation. I got mine in linen. Now it is a little bit paler than I usually get. I thought it looked like my colour, but then I probably should have got porcelain. But the great thing about this is the packaging, first of all, is amazing. And you get a little kind of thing to keep it in. But what I do like about it, and I think I put this on my community page last night, is that you get a kind of a guide as well, so you can see the colors. Now I probably should have got porcelain, or there's one called just fair, and I think I just saw this online, and again it just looked like my color, but again it doesn't break the bank. I will put the price somewhere, and so I could probably get the next color down. But look at that, guys, really nice. I like the fact that they kind of gave you kind of a little bit of info as well, and I love the little pouch that it comes into. So what we're going to do is pop on our primer. Now I'm kind of doing the video after this is going to be kind of my makeup that I'm using, trying to get use out of, because I'm on a no buy. I've got so much, and it's only when you look at what you have that you realize how much you actually do have. So I'm going to be doing my weekly kind of rotation, and I'll pop out what I'm doing there. So this is just the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and you can see I'm really making a good dent on that. So we're going to pop that around the face, and it is like one of those nice creamy consistencies. Again, my hair is not doing anything that I want it to do today. So yes, we're just going to pop that around the face, a little bit like a moisturizer, and it feels really good, really nice. That's the e.l.f. Putty Primer. Put my hair in there, and I'm just going to, just like I would do a moisturizer, really blendable. If I need to tie my hair up, I will. Trying to keep it down, because in work as a support worker, we always have our hair up, but I'm trying to keep it down. I've got a hair appointment tomorrow, so I'm hoping that goes well. So yeah, and it feels really beautiful on the skin. It's not greasy in any way. Really nice texture. So we're going to let that really sink in. So let's have a look at this. So this is a foundation stick. Foundation sticks are great. You can just pop them in your bag. They're very kind of travel friendly, and just really handy in general. Instead of having like a compact, quite big, maybe glass bottle like Rimmel or anything like that, kind of little foundation sticks are great. So we're going to take this out of the packaging. Again, packaging is beautiful as well, and that's what it looks like. So what we're going to do is just have a little bit of a read for you guys. So it says high coverage powders of the different particle size interact with each other, so one application can cover most of your facial spots, blemishes or marks. So they're saying that by one application, that's what the claim is. Then it says magnet-like strength. Magnet fixing technologies use a special film forming agent processed with special technology. It can help the product better fit to the skin. The foundation uses special processing technology to make the texture more delicate, also less likely to dull the skin. And then blurring effect is the final thing it says. Crafted with a precise mix of micronized powders of a superior blurring effect, its advanced formulation seamlessly fills fine lines, pores, so ensuring a smooth, flawless complexion. So that's the claims, and that does say that just below. You can see the kind of colors there. Again, I think I did, maybe it'll look better today, but I did try it. I've had it since November, December time, and at that time it did seem a little bit too pale for me, but that's what it looks like. There's no scent to them. Do a little swatch for you guys here, so you can see it's pale, guys, it's pale. So we'll work with it. We can always put color back into the face, so that's not an issue. So let's just get my mirror here, and it'll probably show super quick how pale this is. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's claiming one application can, if you had say blemishes or breakouts, it's going to cover it completely. So that's super fair. So let's just keep in mind, this is probably not my color, but as we blend it, it might actually work out quite well. So I'm going to blend it just with that warmth in my hands, just for the purpose of the video. For this particular foundation, I'm gliding it upwards. I'm not dragging the skin in any way. I'm just thinking that the warmth in my hands might kind of settle it into the skin a little bit quicker. And then I can go back in with maybe a brush or a sponge. Okay, being really careful just under the eyes. Really glides well. Very soft. Doesn't kind of clog the pores or make my pores look bigger. Now, what do you guys think? So far, I think what's really helped is the fact that I've blended it in, I think, with my fingers, because the warmth of your hand obviously will really help. So that's that. So really just bringing that up to the hairline. And then I might just get my blender and then just kind of buff it in like that, just to the skin. So that's kind of what it looks like, guys. Keep in mind, obviously, this is a little bit fairer. But on application, if I'm just thinking of application alone, it absolutely does cover any kind of, I had an acne, I had a little tiny breakout there, you can't see it now. Redness is something that we'll always have in the T-zone, and you can see on my chin I do get redness, but actually I think once we put colour back into the face with, say, bronzer and things like that, it will look really good. It doesn't even look like I have foundation on when I look into the mirror as well, so I'm happy about that. So you don't want to, even though it's basically I'm really happy about that because it does say it's medium to high coverage. I do see that I'm looking really pale, but again, let's take into account I did get probably a colour that was slightly too light. Now I think I do have the fairest, guys, so I will actually go back and get another one. I have this one right here in linen. So to say, is it high coverage, medium to high? Yes, I would say so. Just the initial kind of application was just one application. It definitely kind of covered things up. It's not too thick. It's a really, really nice consistency. It's not too greasy. Sometimes foundation sticks can be quite greasy. Maybe for me, because my redness, we might try just a little under here. But it is really nice consistency. You don't feel like you're dragging the skin. So what I'll do is just do the concealer, pop some, very soft. My skin does feel really, really soft. So let's just twirl that down a bit. What I'll do is I probably will get a new one and then pop this, maybe spray it, hygienically spray it, and see if anybody, or kind of, sometimes you can kind of, with foundation sticks, you can kind of slice the top slightly so that's like a brand new one underneath, and then you can kind of give it away or something like that. I might do. So let's just, but if I'm to say how I feel about it just straight off the bat, I think it's a really easy application, and that was just with my hands. So I'd say if you had a brush or a sponge, it would be amazing. What we're going to do is go in now with the Maybelline Eraser Multi-Use Concealer in Peach, and this is going to be another one that's going to be in my weekly makeup rotation. I'm really making a good start on it now. You can see there, I'm not going to get anything new. Again, I have just finished the, I know we're not quite out of January just yet, but I have had a no-buy in makeup, so not including skincare, but there's been a no-buy with makeup. So for me, it's gone really well. I've used it, you can see how much has gone there, and it's just a really, really nice concealer that just kind of, the pinky peach tone really helps under the eyes, particularly if you get tired or you have a little bit of grey or green tone under the eyes. It's really good like that. It counteracts the colour. So again, I'm doing like a Shop My Stash weekly makeup rotation, and this is something that I haven't used in a long time. This is the Glow Wish Glow Wish from Huda Beauty. I've had it for a long time, guys. It's not new by any means. This is the Soft Radiance Tan Light, and that's going to be the bronzer today. So just getting that into the skin, and then I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. And this is the concealer, and this is the hydrating concealer. So we're just going to tap that in. Gonna use that here as well, just here, around here, and then we're just gonna dot here and then set that, and that's kind of the face done. So what would I say? I would say I absolutely enjoyed the application. It was very smooth to use around the face, and it didn't stick in any way. It wasn't kind of too tough, considering that it says it's medium to high coverage. It wasn't too thick when it went onto the skin. It glided on really, really well. Definitely one application. I can see if you had a breakout or anything like that, it certainly does. That's correct. It does cover it. We always put, the majority of people do put on like finishing sprays and things like that, so that would obviously help. That would be an added benefit for it lasting throughout the day. But I think all in all, I'm very, very happy with the guys. There's a lot of high-end foundation sticks out there right now at the minute, and I think if you were to be on a no-buy, or you wanted to just see if there was something else out there that you could save your money on, I think Sheglam foundations, magnetic foundation sticks would be the way to go. I love the fact that it does give so much information as well, guys. You really do get, for the, I think I'll put it up here, I'm nearly sure it was no more than £6, but it gives you so much information, and it's really, really good. So they really did put their work into that. Okay, so that's kind of the concealers. We're going to set all that with powder now, and that's just going to go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte. It's another thing that's in my collection this week. 001 transparent, and I'm just going to use my powder brush. Okay, and we're just going to dab into that quickly. And we're just going to press the T-zone. For me, everybody's different, but for me the T-zone is certainly where I get the makeup starts to come away. That's the first part kind of throughout the day. Okay, so that's kind of just set everything we've done. We've done our primer, concealer, foundation, and I have to say it was such an ease of use, I think is what I would say. So I'm very happy with that. So now what we're going to do, I have a few things that I want to use. They're called Stain, and I think I've got like a short on them. And these are particularly in my weekly rotation because they're from Nuvepsco. They're lip and cheek tints. So we're going to be using those today. They come in different variations of red and pink. They're not named, but I always, the last year, this, the kind of jelly, basically, this is the jelly format, and they were all in, I didn't want to go out and spend loads of money on all these high-end ones until I tested out something that was just the formula alone. Did I like it? So I got 3 sets. I got 3 for, I think, 10. And they all look like this, but they all come out in different pinks. So this one here is like a really bright pink, lip and cheek. And then I'll do the next one. So they don't actually have names. Gorgeous packaging again. Next one. So they're just called Stain Water Jelly Tint. This is the next one. Again, they're not named, which is a shame because it would be nice to have, like, instead of having to go into every individual one. This is the next one. They all have like a topper on them to protect them. Again, we'll just put this one here. Just watch my watch. That's really light peachy kind of tone. There, that's that one. Pink even, sorry, like a baby pink. And then again, lip and cheek. You can see how much that colour in particular with the foundation has drowned out my colour, but it's not my colouring. But I will say, just for ease of use, the quality of the product in terms of the foundation stick I really like. And this is the next one here, so I would get it in my own colour. Okay, that's coming down to light pink. Why don't we just twist that up a bit? So again, they're jelly tints and lip tints, and put it over here. So that one is almost like a barely there red. Okay. Okay, so that's definitely like a bird. This one is the strongest. So that's just what they're like, lip and cheek stains. So we're just gonna pop this back. That's them. And actually, can I just show you, when they dry, you can see it's really difficult to get them off. So yes, just be aware of that. But yeah, I just wanted to try something before I went high end or anything like that. But they've been quite nice. They are in my weekly rotation to use. So what we're going to do now is go in with the Glow Wish, and this is the Huda Beauty, and this is their bronze, and that's what it looks like. That marble effect kind of reminds me of Laura Geller, that marble effect. We're just going to go in with my contour brush here, and we're just going to take that around the face, and you can see we're just building that colour back into the skin again. So we've taken the colour out and we're now just putting it back in. again, I think pictures will really help. And again, you can see this one is buildable as well, so this color. Just getting that warmth back into the face really is what we're doing. Okay, starting to kind of come together now. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just the brows quickly before we go on to blush, and I'll be using my e.l.f. and this is the Precise Brow Pencil with the brush at the end. So I'm just going to brush my brows into place. You can see there the, let's just blend that all out with just a clear blending brush. You can see it kind of all comes together. Okay. Now we're just going to go in with the brows, brush them into place. So this hairdresser I'm going to tomorrow is called Princess in Banbury. I've been there once just to get my hair cut. Never got a colour before, but she's going to do the brows as well. I think I mentioned that in my last video, that I would love to just, when I do get my hair done, if they just do the brows in terms of the tint. And I think the tint lasts about 6 weeks, so that's what I'm hoping to get tomorrow. I'll show you guys obviously when I come back. But they followed me on Instagram the other day, so I followed them back and then realised that is where I got my hair done when I first came here in June last year. So I wanted to go back when I realised that I tried colouring my hair a couple of times, and I'm just not, it's just not my kind of thing. Tried it, wasn't great at it, so I think you just need to leave some things to the experts, I believe. So yeah, I'll be going tomorrow, 9 AM. But at the minute outside it's pouring rain, so hopefully the weather isn't too bad when I go in the morning. And then we're just gonna go back. And what I like about that, the foundation, is that it's not gonna take too much time for you to do. Very quick. It was a quick application, and they were correct. It was, some claim, oh yes, one application and everything's fine, but actually one application was absolutely fine. I didn't need to go in again. The only thing I needed was my concealer, which is something I would put on with any foundation, you know. So I'm very impressed with it, guys. I would highly recommend it. Feel on the skin, it's really moisturizing. It doesn't dry out. So I would highly recommend Sheglam's Magnifying Foundation stick, medium to high coverage. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to go in with those jelly tints, and I think I'm going to go in with the deepest one here today. So let's just get this out of the way. Okay, so we're going to go in with the deepest one. So now we have to figure out which the deepest one is, because none of them have stains on them, so names even. So let's just, I'm just doing a quick swatch here to figure out, okay, that's not that one. Really quick, just, again, there's no scent on them or anything. The only thing I would say about them is that I wish they had names. Okay, this one might be it. It's very dark. Let's have a look. No, it's always the way. Last one. Didn't take us too long. Excuse me. Last one. And I am going to go in then with a fat powder blush, which is going to be my Max Factor Gorgeous Berries. Okay. So it's this one here. So it's a jelly lip and cheek tint. Okay. So what we're going to do, so you can see it came out like that on my skin, and this is how it looks on the cheeks. So it's brighter, but this is the color here. So if I move those there is a difference when you put it on. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to tap it before I go in with my, because it tends to stick. They dry. That was the only thing I'd say, is it dries quite quickly. but then once you manipulate it into the face, it's just that rosy glow that you need. And you don't need a lot. That was just two kind of one application on each side, and you certainly get that rosy glow. So what I'm going to do is just go over that with the Max Factor, and this is the Gorgeous Berries, and I just thought they really did make a good colour match. And again, these are in my rotation this week because I haven't used them in a long time. Again, that's what it looks like. This is the swatch there. I thought it was a perfect real colour, really. So we're just going to go in with that, and then just kind of dot that around. And then what I'll do is go in with a blender brush, because sometimes it can catch, if it's a liquid and a powder together, they can catch each other. So I'm just going to first off use a sponge to just get it into the skin before I use a brush. So what we're going to do now is go in with just a clean brush. This is just my Elf's, and it's their new, I don't think it's new as such, but it's their multi-purpose total face brush, and really nice consistency, guys. I've washed it twice. I've had no issues whatsoever, so I'm really happy with it. And I've had it since I think last year sometime, but really nice kind of soft bristles, really nice. So I'm just gonna, and then just use this to just kind of tone that down, because we're going to go in with a highlight. My highlight is actually, guys, going to be QC Makeup Academy highlight palette. I did their it was like a workshop, and they sent you out makeup, and this is what it looks like. So lovely packaging. Again, they're all named on the back. So you have Lunar, Oomph, Vision, and Enrich. So we're going to have a look at that. So we have Lunar here, we have Oomph here, we have Vision, and then we have Enrich. So I'm going to be going in with this as my highlight today. So it is a highlighting palette, and we're just going to go above here. I'm going to take a very small brush here. This is my Elf. I'm just going to, yeah, I just double check. So we're going to go in with this. And this is Oomph, and I'm just going to bring it, just, you can see, guys, it's just beautiful. I know there's a lot of highlighters out there, but this is from a recent makeup workshop I did with them. And if you remember, I don't know, a long time ago now, guys, I actually did my full makeup artistry. This would have been in 2013, I think. I did my full makeup artistry qualification with them. And then what I'm going to do is just bring that to the inner corner as well, just to kind of brighten the eyes. So I did my, and it was amazing. You don't need to, guys, do a makeup course as such to become a makeup artist, but it was really really enlightening. And then there was a Nathan Johnson who also came and did a workshop as well, so really nice. So what I'm going to do now is just put on my Profusion, and this is just the Juicy Lip Tint while we're doing the eyes. I'm actually going in with the W7 Socialite palette again today. I'll be doing 4 looks with that over the course of the month. I chose the Socialite palette because it has those neutral nice pinks, and I thought it went with the look today. So I'm just gonna pop on some of this. It's gorgeous. It's like a lip oil and a kind of balm in one. Okay. Really nourishing and moisturizing. So now I want to show you the palette that I'm talking about. So I have got a video on it, and I will pop it up here in the link. This is the W7 Socialite palette. You get the colors on the back like that, and they're just gorgeous. You get 18 colors all together, and again, I don't remember the price, but I will pop it up either down below or while we're on screen here. And look at those glitters, guys. It's just gorgeous. It's one of those palettes that would take you through the year for sure. So what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of use RSVP all over the lid, and then we're kind of going to go in with color just for the crease. Really nice gentle color today. But if you wanted to do a nighttime look, I mean, gorgeous, guys, if you're going on summer holiday, those bronzy gorgeous looks up here. There's just so many things you could do with this. So let's start with that today. So we're not focusing on this today as such because we were talking about the Sheglam foundation stick, but I will be doing 4 looks with this over the course of the month. So let's just use RSVP, and I'm just going to go with my brush here, and we're going to go all over the lid. So we're taking this color here, and I'm just going all over the lid. Okay, it just gives us that nice base color. And then I'm going to use my fingers and go in with Pearl Clutch, and that's what that looks like. It's like that nice bright color. And just bring that up a little bit, so it just gives you that awake, really nice kind of awake look. And it complements the highlight that we did as well. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with, I'm not sure, so I might go in with Cosmopolitan here. I'm going to go in with that now, and we're going to cut the crease with that. Again, there's so many options for this. There's so many color stories as well, guys, in one palette. And we're just going to use that inside. Now you could certainly go in with glitter. But that took us all of, what, 2 minutes maybe? And you just get such an eye-popping look there. You could certainly go in with glitter. What I'm going to do is go in with a clean buffing brush and just buff that out. That's all I'm going to do, just to get, you know, any kind of harsh lines or anything like that away. And it's just gorgeous, it really is. Now look at those colors and think of your own color story. You certainly could get a lot there. We might go in with another kind of creamy color just for the inner corners, and then do our mascara, which I will do off camera. And I am using the W7 Lash Out, and I do have a video on that too, so I will pop that up here somewhere. So I might go in with Refined. This is Refined here. So we're just going to put some of that on our hands and just... And that's certainly got a creamier texture to it. So what I'll do is I'll do mascara and we'll come back. So that's the mascara done. I actually combined 2 mascaras. I combined the, this is the Collections Mile High Mascara, and then I also combined the W7 Lash Out Mascara, and that was the result. So this is the finished look, guys. I am happy with it. I think it is obviously not my colour in terms of the foundation, but I would certainly get Porcelain or have a look through that pamphlet it shows you and really look at the colors and then choose that color. I think because I saw it initially online, I figured that it was my color, but it wasn't. And this is usually in the winter time I do go paler, and even at that it still wasn't my color. But we popped the color back into the face, we used the bronzer, we used the blush. This is just a quick look I put together in terms of the eye palette, but I will be using this W7 Socialite palette again, and I'll be doing a couple of looks which I was requested to do just over the course of the next couple of weeks in terms of different colors, because the color stories in this palette, guys, are amazing. I mean, you can certainly use maybe this section and this section separately, or then mix them both. And the glitters you get, I would call some of them shimmers and glitters. So you kind of get the glitter here, which comes off almost straight away, and then the shimmers, I would say, is something like this here. So yes, you do get really good colors here. And the W7 Socialite palette, I think was no more than £8 on Amazon. So this is the color, guys. This is the kind of what the finished look is. Again, the color wasn't my kind of tone, but that did not kind of stop me in any way. If I was to say my final thoughts, I would say absolutely get it, guys. When you put it on the face, it almost feels like you're putting on like a moisturizer on your face, or maybe like a stick. SPF, you know, that kind of soft feel. And then the reason I used my fingers was just because fingers warm the colour really, really quickly into your face. Because it wasn't my exact colour, that's what the purpose of that was. It was to get it really warmed into the face, really get the skin kind of, and the tones hopefully kind of meshing. And even at that, it still was a little bit pale, but then we kind of counteracted that with the glow kind of from the Huda Beauty Glowish bronzer, and then we went in with our blush as well. I think just the kind of tangerine eyeshadow kind of just complemented it as well. So this is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you've used it before. I will be getting the next colour down when my no buy ends. Have a great day, guys. I hope you've had a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.